Just bobbing the head up and down, the light on now, they're set. And the gates open and away they go, and Captain Apollo, the favourite, was one of the first to show out. Weapon begins okay, Mr. Boom Jangles a little bit wider, Wicked Promise, in fact Arda Moore the one who's working up outside the leader, but not a lot of pressure early. Immutable gets back with Wicked Promise. So Captain Apollo under a hold goes through to lead at the 1,500 in front. Arda Moore goes up to join it now to put a little bit of pressure into the race, but there's not a lot there early. About 3 lengths back in the field then to Weapon. Mr. Boom Jangles going to its inside. 3 lengths back, Wicked Promise, Immutable at the 7. Captain Apollo making play, a neck in front of Arda Moore, who's keeping it honest, and they work off the back together. And then we've got the Gary LaFave pair. Mr. Boom Jangles on the inside of Weapon. They're trying to make a little bit of ground down the side. Wicked Promise, Immutable. So inside the 5, and Captain Apollo held together, shows the way a half in front of Arda Moore. Mr. Boom Jangles the inside of Weapon. They continue to close as they come around the turn at the 300 metre mark. A gap, Immutable sticking to the inside. Wicked Promise. Captain Apollo strains up for the run in. He's out in front by 2. Mr. Boom Jangles going to the inside. Arda Moore's run its race. Weapons battling away, and Immutable's picking up ground late. Captain Apollo in front, but trouble. Mr. Boom Jangles the inside's coming at it. Mr. Boom Jangles getting to Captain Apollo. He put his nose in front, Mr. Boom Jangles, and yes, Mr. Boom Jangles wins it. Beats Captain Apollo. Third in the event, Immutable, who closed off nice. Weapon behind those. Arda Moore couldn't go on. And the last to clock in, Wicked Promise. Well, he blew like a gale in the betting, Mr. Boom Jangles. I'm not sure why, but he's got the money here for Vanessa Arnott in the first, and Gary Disco LaFave, who's got a good book of runners this afternoon from the stable, and has got the money here in race number 1. Never really left the rail. Captain Apollo shook off Arda Moore coming around the turn. Had a nice lead. You could see Immutable was making ground from well back. Sheree Law will be happy with that one. And they got the better of Arda Moore. Weapon was just battling out deeper on the track, but when it got down to the business end, number 2, Mr. Boom Jangles, has pulled out plenty and goes on to score in good style. He might have had a little bit of help from above there too, Mr. Boom Jangles, in 1:15.4, 24.78 the last 4, and 11.98 the last 2. Short neck the winning margin. Short neck, 2-1 go into the frame in 1:15.4. Now third goes to 6, and that was Immutable. 36.22 the last 600 metres we had to give that through. And fourth goes to 3, and that was Weapon. So 2-1-6-3, race number 1 on the card. Number 2, Mr. Boom Jangles, a 5-year-old bay gelding, smart missile, gentle spirit, comes out of the Tried Horse Sale a couple of seasons back. It's been a real little find for Connections, and it's taken it out here for Rochelle Adams, T.L. King, G. King, S. Cassidy there, Miss J.L. Charlesworth, N.R. Adams, Mrs. R.A. Wynett, N. Hanrahan, G. Riches and Mrs. A.W. Riches, and M.T. Brown, Ann and Gary in the ownership of that one. In fact, Cam's still away over in Cairns at the moment. Our track man, or the operations manager here at the Turf Club. Not sure if we're missing him, but anyway, he's in the ownership of that one, and he would have got a kick out of that in Cairns this afternoon. Trained by Gary LaFave, ridden by Vanessa Arnott. Second goes to 1, Captain Apollo, an 8-year-old bay gelding, Capiro, to Lovely Lady for Gary Clark, Jared Todd. And third goes to 6, and that was Immutable, a 7-year-old bay gelding, Poet's Voice colourist for Sheree Lawler, Barry Huppert's. Winner returns number 2, Mr. Boom Jangles. That's start number 28, win 5, 9 minors, prize money now up over the $120,000 mark. And the LaFave stable off and running this afternoon here at the Bay. We stand by for correct weight.